The Diplomat Season 3 is finally on Netflix, and you know what? This one is the best season ever. It's full of surprises, like just when you think everything is okay, something shocking happens, and suddenly you find yourself deep in drama and chaos. And that ending was an emotional roller coaster that I didn't know I needed. Thankfully, Netflix already ordered season 4 ahead of the season 3 premiere, so we know we'll get to see the rest of the story. Now, let's talk about what went down and what might happen in season 4 before we get into the release date and trailer, shall we? I want to talk about Hal and Grace for a second. Kate did everything for them, like literally everything. Even though she had her doubts about Grace, she supported her once she became president. And even though she would die to become VP herself, she still stood by Hal when Grace made him the VP. But you know what was poetic? When Grace started questioning Hal's competence, Kate said, "He tends to surprise you at the most unexpected moments," as a compliment. And that was such a great bit of foreshadowing. Kate and Hal's relationship has been rocky ever since this show began. Finally, in season 3, they decided to separate, but didn't announce it publicly for the sake of their image. Then Kate met someone new, and when the time came, she was still on Hal's side. She even asked his new boyfriend to sacrifice his career if it ever comes to that point. Through the end of season 3, we see Kate apologizing, crying, and hugging Hal. And at that moment, I was like, okay, that's it. They're going to get back together. Then Kate's boyfriend, Callum, showed up and told her about Poseidon, saying someone had taken it. Kate, being the smart woman she is, immediately connected the dots and realized it was Hal. Convinced that he was behind the idea of stealing it, she confronted him, and he didn't even deny it. Right now, they're forcing the British PM to join them, basically cornering him under the guise of wanting to help. Grace and Hal think this whole thing will fix relations between the two countries, but I don't think they truly understand the repercussions. Because if the Brits find out, which they will eventually, it's going to make everything worse. Like, so much worse. They'll see it as a threat, and the shit, my friends, will absolutely hit the fan. Remember the HMS Courageous? Grace assumed nobody would ever find out the truth. But even though they did everything they could to hide it and pin the blame elsewhere, the truth still came out. In season 4, Kate is going to be torn between both sides, but honestly, she needs to save herself before her husband drags her down with him. Also, Deborah Cann said, fans should be worried. It can be pretty chilling when you see who takes power and get the sense that they may be horrifically misusing it. That means Grace and Hal are definitely taking things further in season 4. I still think Grace is worse than Hal because Hal's just stupid, so at some point he might ask for Kate's help to stop what she's plotting behind the curtain. At this point, I feel like the whole Poseidon storyline shows why Grace chose Hal over Kate. She needed someone as sneaky as herself. Kate's a fair player, and Grace, not so much. But in season 4, I think that dynamic is going to shift. Hal and Grace are going to mess up big time, and even Kate won't be able to clean up their mess. Right now, I'm really rooting for Callum and Kate. I just hope they end up where they truly deserve to be. I want to see Kate as VP, hell, even as president. She's been climbing the ladder fairly, and one way or another, I think she's going to get what she deserves. In season 4, I also expect Kate and Callum to continue their relationship. They went through a rough patch because of all the chaos, but now Kate sees the truth. Hal is just a disappointment, nothing more, nothing less. And Callum makes her feel good. He's charming, kind, and I really love their chemistry together. Now, let's talk about the release date. As I mentioned at the start of the video, Netflix officially ordered another season in May 2025. And here's some good news. Filming for season 4 is expected to begin before the end of 2025. So I've got a pretty good guess when we'll get to watch it. Fall 2026. Yeah, I know, it's a long wait. But come on, we're Netflix fans. We're used to waiting forever for our favorite shows to return. So we'll survive waiting for a year. The trailer will likely drop about a month before the release, and I have a feeling it'll be packed with intense scenes between Kate, Hal, and Grace. We'll probably get a sneak peek at Grace's new plans, Kate's complicated relationships with Hal and Callum, and most importantly, an update on Poseidon. Imagine the trailer ending with Trowbridge finding out what Grace and Hal did. That would be absolutely insane. Now, let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to watch this video next.